Anyways, I'm on the other side, as I often am when it comes to replays. You can tell by my Superfly avatar that I like to use. He just looks down on the world. Look at him. Look at that. Look at that avatar. He doesn't give a shit. Um, Basically, whenever I make a joke team, you just throw something overpowered on there to kind of even it out. Like, if you remember my Ubers battles, I'd use, like, Golduck and Shedinja, and then I'd just throw Darkrai on, and I'd still win because Darkrai is overpowered. Basically, that's the concept here. We've got Fletchinder, and it's a Fletchinder, so it's OP as shit. So, that's basically the plan. We've got Bastiodon, but it is not a normal Bastiodon. No. That would be too easy. This is Curse Bastiodon. There is no switch-ins, my friend, to Curse Bastiodon. We've also got Haunter, so you know it's a pretty fly team. All that aside, I looked at his team and I'm like, oh shit, that looks like a really hyper-offense team, like a ridiculous hyper-offense team. Just because most of these Pokemon here are very offensive. He could have Quagsires as one and only defensive, bulky pivot Pokemon. That's what I was thinking, so I'm like, hyper offense. He's either going to lead with Archeops as, you know, the best hyper offense Archeop lead, or he's going to lead with Ninjask. So I led off with the beast itself. Oh no, I didn't. I thought I led with Bastion. I led with Togetic, because I was expecting the Stealth Rocks and I was going to go for the Water Pulse, which is pretty fly, but no, it appears to be Banded Archeops, which props on that. That's an awesome set. So I'm down one Pokemon already, and that sucks. So I guess it wasn't the Suicide lead. Quagsire is, I can't stay on that, but since I know he's going for Earthquake, I can go for Haunter. And I didn't want to go for Energy Ball because the Energy Ball seemed too obvious. But I went for it anyway because I didn't want to overpredict early in the game when I could have a free kill. Anyway, I'll just go into Bastiodon here. He's leftover, so that means he is not offensive, so that is good to see. Every time that Snowflake thing comes in, I can go straight into Bastiodon, and every time Quagsire comes in, I can go straight into Vileplume. He's going to switch. This is the first time he switched out on Vileplume, so I didn't want to overpredict because I didn't know what he was going to switch in because he had quite a lot of switch-ins. Kling is kind of scary. I'm definitely going to go straight to Live Bird, and I don't want to play around with him predicting me to go for the Encore because I could just get swept, so I'm just going to Encore him into whatever he wants to do. My only actual move that I'd be able to attack if he, you know, stayed in, or if he switched or did anything, is Play Rough, and that would do nothing. So I thought I'd just copycat the Substitute, because this entire team is a bit of a gimmicky team, which is why it's fun. He actually goes into Quagsire that turn, which is pretty good. He kind of scared me, thinking that well, not scared me, but it kind of threw me off that he was staying in. And Sucker Punch only has 8 PP, so I didn't want to just Sucker Punch, because that wouldn't really do very much. Vileplume is a pretty nice switch in, and I do get the sleep with the effects for. Vileplume is incredibly lucky this game. I get all the hacks this game. Double into Haunter, predicting the Kling Klang, because that's what we went into last time, and that prediction does pay off, and I'm able to completely neutralize this threat by giving it Choice Scarf. If he killed my Haunter, that would not be the end of the world because I didn't really need Haunter. However, I did need Kling Klang to be neutralized, so that was a risk that was completely worth making, and it paid off. So he has to switch right there. He goes into Krognol, which is, as we can see, especially defensive as it looks like. Bastiodon is a easy switch, and he's going to go into Archeops. I'm just going to Curse in case he wants to do anything, like in case he wants to do anything. And I didn't really, I mean, it's banded, so it obviously has Earthquake, but I didn't really think about it. But Bastiodon does not give a shit. Look at that, he just OHKOs. The only reason he'd bring in Fletchinder was if he had Swords Dance, because the only fire move it gets is like Flame Charge. So I was predicting the Swords Dance, so I had to switch into Live Bird, but he bluffed that perfectly well because Acrobatics would not kill Bastiodon. So that kind of sucks. I just lost my Live Bird, which would be a good check to a decent amount of things on his team. And he forgets he's Scarfed right here, so he goes for the Substitute. Which doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, because you can just switch out. Um, However, that does let me burn both my sleep turns, I believe, with Bastiodon. So next time I will guaranteed be able to wake up, which is pretty nice. Going straight into Haunter because I have the Energy Ball to threaten him out, which is good. Obviously not going to go for the Energy Ball because, well, first of all, Shadow Ball would do a lot, but he would not stay in on that. Going into Bastiodon, expecting him to protect, and I also expect him to go for the substitute here in case I want to do anything funny or in case he miscounted my sleep turns. So I do go for the Heavy Slam, and that's very nice. And he's going to have to pretty much protect this turn, so I'm just going to be able to get a Curse up. Easy peasy. It doesn't matter because I'm going to have to switch anyway, but I have to show him that I know he's going to protect, you know? He goes into Kling Flang, and that does not worry me in the least, because this is a Scarf Kling Flang. As long as he's not passing attack boosts, that Kling Flang is not in any way scary. So, if he wants to stay in, I'm going to win out this battle, but as soon as he goes into Quagsire, I have to switch, because Unaware actually negates the defense boosts, as you probably already know. So, I won't be able to stay in on the Quagsire, or even if I have +6 defense, because Earthquake's quad super effective. So just switching out here, he stays asleep. No, Vileplume is so lucky this game, like, but to be fair, because this is such a long game, any games that last really, really long, you can expect anything that can happen in terms of hacks is gonna happen. So again, Cryogonal, I get an easy switch into Bastiodon every time, and I get the freeze this turn. I made a bit of a risky play here, because he could very well see, oh, he's frozen, I'm just going to stay in and attack, but I do pull double into Vileplume, expecting him to go into something that Vileplume can wall, and he goes for the Protect, and I get the free Aromatherapy off, which I kind of half expected him to go for Protect. There was nothing he'd rather do. Sludge Bomb is pretty much my best move. There's no reason not to go for Sludge Bomb. Deals a lot to the Fletchinder, and as you can see, another poison. He's got the Roost. I believe his moveset is Roost, Tailwind, U-Turn, and Acrobatics. So it's not really very scary at all. And of course, no item. So yeah, it's not very scary at all. I'm just going to get up to +1 in case he wants to do the whole shenanigans where he spams Roost. But that doesn't matter, because every time Quagsire comes in, I do have to switch. And I don't really want to waste my Heavy Slams too much, because I will need them in case he just PP stalls me, because Quagsire can take each and every one of the Heavy Slams that I have. Vileplume again comes in for free, and I'm just going to Sludge Bomb. If he stays in, predicts a Sludge Bomb, that doesn't matter, because it's really risky for him, but I can just Synthesis. Both of us have Recovery, but I'm going to win out on that one. And I can poison him. So he pulls out into Ninjask this time. I do Heavy Slam this time, so that's nice. The Ninjask is down, so now we're at 4-4, and we're 44 turns in, so it's a very long battle, but as you can see, you can't deal with the Bastiodon. Like, there's no switch in to the Bastiodon. That Ninjask just got O-code, as you saw. He stays in, risking a Giga Drain. It didn't really make a difference either way, because I do have Synthesis, and I do go for it this time. Basically, it's all about the defensive cores right here. As long as I keep Bastiodon and Vileplume alive, I'm perfectly fine, and as long as he keeps Quagsire and Cryogonal alive, he's really got nothing to fear once he gets rid of my last two offensive threats. So I'm going to double it into Haunter, expecting him to go into Quagsire this turn, and he doesn't. He expects that, so that's not good. I do have to go back into Bastiodon again. And me going into Haunter, it would be stupid if I went into Haunter again right after I just did that. So because it would be stupid and definitely wouldn't happen, I do pull that switch into Haunter, but it's not the switch that I needed because he goes into Kling Flang. But Kling Flang's not scary because I have Vileplume, who happens to have Effect Spore, who can get the Effect Spore. and also who walls it pretty much forever. So I'm just gonna get the Sludge Bomb here. 30%, so it's really not incredibly hacksy. This is a 54, we're on turn like 55 right here, so again, switching into Sludge Bombs, that is eventually going to happen. Let's be honest here, there's no way around that. So yeah, Bastiodon takes those hits pretty much forever. Heavy Slam, again, does nothing. This is a really long battle, and it's probably a bit of a boring battle to watch, but yeah, that's all I can say. But it is with the Bastiodon, which is the best revenge killer in the game, as we all know. There's not really much else I can commentate. Trust me, the battle gets over pretty soon. I think it's right here. It might be the turn after this one that I finally make a play that turns the game around a little bit. But honestly, I think he was kind of giving up. Oh no, it's not around here. Just eventually, I bring Fletchinder in on a predicted switch into Crogno, and yeah, I'm able to deal a good amount of damage to the Crogno. And honestly, if we just keep switching around like this, I will win out on the PP war, just because Rest Talk always beats like recovery, like recover or synthesis. It beats things that have those as recovery 101 because they have to waste turns going for their move. They have to use a turn to go for their move, whereas if you're asleep, you don't have to use a turn. So that's why Rest Talk always wins. So here's where I bring in Fletchinder. Honestly, he could have really just gone right back into the thing, and I go for Natural Gift in case he wants to stay in. Honestly, the only reason I went for Natural Gift was because I needed Acrobatics to be doing more than base 55 power, and I don't think it was a speed tag because I'm Adamant, not Jolly, so, well, I guess everyone runs Adamant, to be honest, but I don't know, either way, Acrobatics wouldn't have killed my Fletchinder, so I take his out, and mine is still alive, which is very nice. Vile Plume can take on Clang 101 as long as it's got the Choice Scarf, and it actually stays asleep like 4 turns, I think, so that's also pretty cool. But with Leftovers and Giga Drain, even if you woke up, the Gear Grind would be doing negligible because I'd be recovering enough life where it would not matter at all. So Clang goes down, Croggle comes in, but I've got the Bastiodon, son, and that's exactly what I bring in right here, and you can see right here just how powerful the Bastiodon is. Look at this right here. Takes the Freeze Dry like it's nothing, and hits him up with that super effective Heavy Slam, 42%, to a defensive Croggle, especially defensive, I'll grant you, but it does have HP EVs, and it is able to 2-hit KO the Croggle. There's no switch-ins, my friend, to Bastiodon, the best revenge killer in the game. Now, Bastiodon's done so much work, I don't want to let him die, so I am going to bring the File Bloom here to preserve the 4-0. Liefeld and Togetic were both failures, so the rest of my team did good, so might as well keep them all alive, and that's going to be the game. Sorry for the very long battle, 76 turns, but I just found it a really fun and really funny battle with this team.